Hello guys, this is What About Nintendo, and today I'm here for another video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about my Nintendo Direct predictions. Now, a Direct hasn't been announced per se, but there's a lot of rumors saying that a Direct's coming very soon. Some of them say July 22nd, that's just 3 days away. So there's a lot of rumors. People have been asking me, what about Nintendo? What do you think about this? Do you think it's going to be July? Do you think it's going to be August? Do you think it's going to be never? Like, what do you think? What games are going to show? They're going to show Mother 3D. Some people have been asking. It's crazy rumors out there. And I'm here to answer all those questions right now. So let's get right on into it. So guys, first off, I think there are I got about 10 predictions here for this this Direct. So the first one is I think they're gonna kind of follow their usual kind of method where they do like the spotlights and they run through a couple games and they do like a montage at the end of like third-party titles, stuff like that. So first off, I think they're gonna spotlight 3 specific titles. I think there's spotlight Super Mario Party, which is coming out in October. They're going to be spotlighting Pokemon Let's Go in November, and Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Tournament DLC, which is also in November. All 3 of those are going to be coming out later this year. They need to be mentioned in a Direct sometime. I think this Direct will be that time. You gotta remember, a lot of these Directs kind of assume that the person watching doesn't know very much about what they're showing, so they gotta show a lot more. Even if they've already shown parts of it, they'll probably show just a quick overview of what that's about, you know, remind people of the release date, all that good stuff. So nothing super, I don't think, mind-blowing is going to be announced in these spotlights. They're going to pretty much just show what they've already shown, maybe a little more added information, new areas, a little more new nuances to the game, stuff like that. They always do in these kind of spotlights. But number 2, I think they're going to show off some sort of HD remake. I think there's a large possibility that we could see a Skyward Sword HD or a Metroid Prime Trilogy HD. I'm kind of leaning towards the Metroid Prime Trilogy HD, but I could also see a Skyward Sword HD if they want to get out some Zelda content for the year. Now, a Metroid Prime Trilogy HD would make a lot of sense, because Metroid Prime 4 is, you know, assumedly coming out next year. We may need, you know, late this year or early next year, a Metroid Prime Trilogy HD to get people into that series who haven't played it before, which is a lot of people, because even though that series is one of the greatest you know, out there, a lot of people haven't gotten the chance to play it. An HD remake would definitely drum a pipe for Metroid Prime 4, show people why the series is so freaking good, and Skyward Sword HD would just be amazing, because I think it's like the most underrated Zelda game ever, and maybe adding some button controls along with the better motion controls of the Switch would be great. An HD Rumble, of course, would be awesome. If you want to learn more about my thoughts on Skyward Sword HD, I have a whole video, but you can check it up there in the eye. Number 3, I think they'll announce a Wii U Port. So I think there are 3 games in particular that I'm thinking that they could announce. One of these games, maybe 2. I don't think all of these will be here, but maybe 1 or 2 of these will be in this Direct. And I think Super Mario 3D World could very well be announced. It's a good multiplayer Mario game, very fun. I love that game to death. Not as good as a, you know, a true 3D Mario game like Mario Odyssey or Mario 64, but still a great game in its own right, especially if you like multiplayer-based Mario games. Number 2, another Mario game, Mario Maker. That's something people have really been asking for. It's one of the things that are keeping people on their Wii U's instead of, you know, just completely unplugging them and putting them back in the box. So that's a game that they should definitely port over at some point. Now might be a good time. And third would be a possible Zelda HD collection, which includes Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD. Those are ones I really want, because that's something that I want. I almost want to get a Wii U just to go, or, you know, get an emulator or something just to go replay Wind Waker HD, because I thought Wind Waker HD was amazing. I love Wind Waker. It's like one of my favorite games of all time. So seeing that get ported to the Switch, and Twilight Princess is also really good. Not as good as Wind Waker, not in the same class, but still really good in its own right. So having those in an HD collection for like $60 would be nice. Number 4, third-party announcement. I definitely think we're going to get a big third-party announcement. Last year, when they did a Direct after E3, we got Doom and Wolfenstein 2. Two huge first-party shooters that have gotten onto the Nintendo Switch. They were really well on the Switch, and I think we're going to get another third-party announcement like that. Probably from Panic Button, because they said they have tons of Switch games in development, so I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Panic Button, third-party or two, and possibly third-party game from another franchise or another company as well, other than just Panic Button. Because I think a lot of other companies are starting to get in on the Switch, so we might see the fruits of that labor during this Direct just a little bit. Number 5. Speaking of Panic Button, I think we're going to get more information on Warframe for the Nintendo Switch, when that's coming out. Maybe more about exactly what content, if it's going to have all the content and frame rate, all that good stuff. Maybe actually get some gameplay of it. Maybe they're going to invite people to come play the game, and we'll see some footage of that. But in the Direct itself, I think they're going to show off a lot more of Warframe with the Switch, tell us kind of when that's supposed to be releasing, and give us more information on that, because at the moment, we haven't seen much of it, so I'm very much interested to see what they're going to show of it. We need more information in that game for sure, because we got a small trailer, but it didn't really show much. I'm very interested to see how that runs, how that plays, what all content's going to be in the game, how well it's going to be supported, all this good stuff. That I think should be talked about in a Nintendo Direct. Number 6. Paladins free release date. Paladins is on the Switch already. It was on the Switch actually the first day of E3. It was put on the Nintendo Switch, but you can't get it for free like you can on the PS4, Xbox One, and PC. At least not quite yet. They're still having it kind of a closed beta form kind of thing, where they only let you play it if you have their kind of sort of battle pass thing. It's like $30, and you get to play the game early on the Nintendo Switch. And you get some other benefits too, besides the Nintendo Switch, with some benefits of PC and PS4 and all this stuff. But namely on the Switch, you get to play it first. And they did say it was going to be free on the Nintendo Switch eventually, so I think we might get a release date for Paladins free re-release on the Nintendo Switch, so that everyone can play it, and not just the people who have their special deal or special battle quote-unquote battle pass thing. Number 7. This one's a bit of a reach, guys, a bit of a reach, but we may see something about Pikmin 4. Now, I know I almost, predict this every single time I talk about like any Direct or E3. I'm just like, Pikmin 4, it's gonna be there for sure. But this time maybe it will. This one's a little bit out there. Just want to kind of let you know this is like a half prediction, half just kind of hope that they'll actually show Pikmin 4. Not sure how concrete or how much evidence there is to this. But I would not be surprised if we saw Pikmin 4. We're gonna have to see Pikmin 4 eventually. Why not show it in this trailer? Maybe, or it's this Direct. Maybe it's coming out early next year. Maybe it's coming out this year, and they're just gonna surprise drop that, and it's coming out. I doubt it's coming out this year. I don't think it would be able to defend itself around other titles. But I think it's a possibility it could be announced for early next year. Number 8, the Nintendo Online Service. So there are a few more things I would like to know about the Nintendo Online Service. Plus, they haven't really spoken on it in a really public, sense. They've shown some stuff on their website and talked about it there. They haven't really talked about it in like a Direct as far as I remember. I could be wrong about that, but I don't think they have. And they need to tell us some more things, like what are the rest of the 20 games we're getting in the free online service, the NES games. We only know of a couple. What exactly are the online function to those games? Certain of them don't make much sense, like a link between, the original Legend of Zelda doesn't make much sense for online play. What is that? Is that going to be leaderboards or something? I'm not really sure. You're going to be able to play with a second character in some kind of special mode? I don't really know. So I'm having more information on that as well. Are they going to expand it to SNES games, N64, GameCube, all that kind of stuff? What are the plans for, virtual game, classic games on the Nintendo Switch outside of just the NES games that are starting with the service? All that good stuff, that's stuff we need to know. An exact release date would be nice. All that good stuff needs to be detailed in this Direct. Number 9. Finally in this Direct, I think those ended off with a quick montage of third-party titles and indie titles. I'm going to see Dragon Ball FighterZ in there. I want to see, any kind of third-party or indie titles that are coming out. Maybe Wargroove will finally get a release date. Please, God, I need that game in my life. So you know, all that kind of stuff. They're just gonna go through real quick, just like they do, you know, pretty much like every presentation or direct that they do. They could do a quick montage of third parties and then talk about how great their relationships are with third parties, blah blah blah, PR speak, we don't really care. They're gonna talk about it anyways, and then they're gonna be like, go buy the Switch because it's got a bajillion indies and third parties. And so yeah, that's pretty much what they're gonna end it on. I think that's pretty much what they ended on, like every time. Just a quick montage of third party and indie titles, just to drum up, you know, hype and show people like, yeah, there are games on the Switch. Don't worry, they're coming. And finally, when is this all going down? When is this happening? I believe it's not gonna be July 22nd. It's not gonna be a freaking Sunday in late July, like a month after E3. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I could be wrong. But I don't believe that. Last year, it was actually September 13th. And I think that is a good point to actually pin this direct. I think it's going to be late August or early September. If I had to pick an exact date, I'd say September 12th, which is the same day of the week. You know, it's a Wednesday, just like it was last year. The second Wednesday of September is what it was last year, which happened to be the 13th. This year, the 12th is the second week, or the second Wednesday of September, so I think that is a good day where they could announce it, especially, you know, that close to a lot of games that in that kind of the dry period for Nintendo, to be honest. That's the month before Super Mario Party. That's the month where the online service comes out. That's a lot of different things are happening in September. So September 12th would make sense. I could, however, see, like I said, late August as well. Might be a good time for it. But if I had to choose a date, I'm going to say September 12th. Make sure to come back to this video if I get it right and leave me a comment. And if I get it wrong, feel free to roast me because, you know, it's just a prediction. I could be easily wrong. But anyways, guys, that's all for this video. Just wanted to share my thoughts because people kept asking me, when do you think the Direct's going to happen? Are they going to show Mother 3D? No, they're not going to show Mother 3D. And if they do, I will get hyped. But they're not going to, so I'm not getting my hopes up because that's not going to happen. But yeah, people kept asking me, like, what games are going to be in there and when it was going to be. And I was like, okay, fine. I'll give you a video. I wanted to talk about it anyways, and I think talking about direct predictions is one of my favorite things to do, so I'm glad you guys were curious, so I made this video. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more types of videos like this every single week, multiple times a week. Gaming live streams Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and Coffee Talks Monday through Fridays where I talk with you guys about the latest Nintendo news. Anyways, guys, I'll see all you dudes later on What About Nintendo. Bye! Thank you.